Hey everyone, this is Sukanya Rana and welcome to Target Mains 2021. In this video, we're going to talk about some of the initiatives with respect to the mains that you need to keep in mind, like what are the best practices to follow and why should you start with answer writing ASAP. Also, we're going to look into some topper reviews, and lastly, I'm going to introduce you to some of the mains initiative that you guys can take benefit from, the mentorship programs that we are providing for the mains that is coming in this January for your UPSC examination 2021. So let's get started. The first thing that we're going to look here is why should you start with your mains preparation ASAP, as soon as possible. Now see, answer writing is a skill and it is not developed overnight. So if you guys are thinking that, okay, once the prelims result is going to come and then I'm going to start answer writing, then that strategy would backfire in few days. Because see, you have to understand how do you write answers, and that intellect needs to be developed, like how understanding how do you structure the answer, the presentation, how do you bring quality points in your introduction, in your body, in your conclusion, what are the value enrichment things that you're looking subject wise. So that is a thing that you learn through the process. So answer writing skill development is a process, and a lot of toppers, like I've been talking to a lot of toppers recently, and many of them talked about writing at least 20 to 30 mocks. Now that is both GS and optional combined. So that amount of writing mocks can give you a good exposure before you go and attempt the actual paper. So that is why it's very necessary that you do not waste time and start your answer writing practice as soon as possible. The 3R pressure cycle here I'm talking about is that, see, when you're writing the mains answer, you have to understand it's not just looking at the answer and writing the answers. Like many of you who've attempted mains examination would know that there'll be some questions about which you'll have no idea. Some questions about which you have like 50% of knowledge. So in that 3 hours, you have to write quality content for 20 questions. You have to make sure that your speed is very up to the mark. You do not have time to even spare your few minutes. The quality has to be optimum. You have to even innovate within those answers, right? And also the time pressure that adds on is very high. Like recently I was talking to a student of mine and they were talking about last year's ethics paper. So it was a lot of, with a lot of difficulty. Many students were not even able to finish that particular paper on time. So papers like ethics, papers like optional, they require a lot of practice. That 3R pressure cycle of writing quality within the time and with innovation is very difficult. So, when you're writing your mains examination, especially in the second session, when you're writing the afternoon paper, after 5 hours of writing, when in the last hour, you still have to write with quality content. That is the practice that you have to reach. That is the level that you have to reach. So understanding the 3R pressure cycle is not just about writing answers. It's about management of time, writing good quality content, and not losing your, motivation if you do not know anything in the paper. So there are a lot of things that goes around in that mains examination. And lastly, many students are actually waiting for the mains prelims result so that they then are going to decide whether they start your mains answer writing or not. So I've already talked about how that strategy would backfire, because each and every day from 11th October, if you're writing your mains, see, there's a very small window here. You've just got your October, November and December, and then you have your mains preparation, mains examination. So you cannot even leave out one single day. So please do not wait for your prelims result. Start enrolling, or start, even if you don't want to enroll into a series, what you can do is pick up old mock papers or pick up old previous year question papers of UPSC. Start from 2013 and start writing them. But do make sure that you're starting with your answer writing, because the competition in mains has increased a lot. Nowadays, just writing the points or jotting down main subheadings will not fetch you marks. People have become so innovative. There is inclusion of diagrams, there's inclusion of flow charts. So the level of innovation and critical thinking in that paper, even in that competitive paper where you have to write so much in 3 hours, has also increased. So if you think that only learning the basics will get you through mains, then I think again that's a bad strategy you're planning for. People nowadays, they're talking about not only basics, they're talking about enrichment techniques for their answer writing. So competition is increasing. You cannot waste for a longer period to start mains answer writing. So that is why starting with your mains answer writing ASAP should be your strategy if you're scoring somewhere around 90. Now again, that is a borderline case here. So if you're scoring somewhere around 90, do start with your mains preparation. Now there are some important pointers for mains answer writing that I'm going to discuss here. Now these pointers are something that we as mentors at Civils Daily make sure that we discuss with you on one-on-one mentorship. And I think each and every point here is actually customized according to the paper that a particular student has written. But we're going to talk about the broader strategy here. So the first point here is answering the key demand of the question, not the theme. So this is the number one mistake that I see in a lot of mains answer, that as soon as the student reads the main theme, for example, if there's a question on MSP, minimum support price, the student just reads that heading and starts writing whatever they know about MSP. So the basic problem here is that sometimes, UPSC does not ask you direct question. They might ask you about MSP, they might ask you about reservation, but the angle from which, maybe they're asking you the question on reservation from the angle of merit and social inequality. And what you're answering is about reservation, say it from historical context, what are the issues, what are the pros, what are the cons. No, nobody asked you the pros and cons in this particular question with respect to reservation. But people usually make that mistake. They always, tilt the question as per what they know, not as per what UPSC asked. So that is one of the biggest mistake that I've seen in a lot of mains answer writing. So watch out for this mistake. If you're making that mistake, make sure you correct those mistakes. Second mistake that I see a lot of students making is their content is limited to 2-3 approaches. Like when they're talking about various aspects or dimensionality in their answer, they might limit their answers to say 1 or 2 points. Let's take for MSP. When you're talking about issues with respect to MSP, you might limit to say the market issues or the farmer issues and all those economic issues. But every question, the more amount of diversity you can bring in your answer, the better it is. So here we have the PESTEL approach, which stands for political, economic, social, technological and legislative approach. Basically, this approach is telling you that whenever you're thinking about any topic, think points from all these aspects. You think about MSP from political issue, what all political issue it faces. You think from economic aspect, are there any technological issues with respect to MSP? Write them also. Are there any social issues? So this will ensure that whatever challenges or whatever positive things you're writing about a topic, that has a lot of dimensions to it. So I think that can fetch you a good amount of marks in your paper, because UPSC, whenever you're talking about general studies, the focus should be upon writing more and more points with respect to various dimensions rather than writing just in detail 1 or 2 points. The third is breaking down of questions into micro parts and subparts. This is very important because number one, it allows you to keep track while you're writing your answer. If you subdivide your question into various portions, then you can easily keep track while writing the answer so that you do not miss upon any points. A lot of times students, they tell me that, they forgot to mention that section of the answer they had thought previously. So those kind of mistakes can be avoided. Whenever you're writing the answer, make sure you check your question 1 or 2 times so that if you're leaving in between, that can be rectified and added to the answer. So always divide your answers and make sure whatever division you do, you can use them as same as subheadings. So that will make sure that examiner is also able to understand that you're answering each and every aspect that is there in your question, right? So that will make your life easier and the examiner life easier. The answer should be objective as possible. So a lot of time people, get driven by their emotions, and instead of writing a balanced answer, their answers sometimes shift toward extremes. Now, those kind of answers cannot fetch you very good marks. See, remember, you're aiming for civil services, and to be part of civil services, you have to make sure that whatever position you're taking is properly analyzed. So any argument that you make in your paper, make sure you have made a proper analysis of that particular argument before. Even if the question is, what do you think upon, say, a position? So before you write what do you think, make sure you provide the examiner with a proper analysis of what are the issues with respect to that particular topic, what are the basic positives out of that particular topic. So once you've provided the right kind of analysis, then you can write what you think about it, and be as objective, be as much as balanced you can. That will fetch you good amount of marks. And a lot of students, especially I think in ethics paper, a lot of people have complained with respect to this. They are not able to write a balanced conclusion. So that is something that you should practice in your paper 4. And lastly is using diagrams and flowcharts. Now, every now and then we have a lot of toppers talking about how they make sure that they have inclusion of diagrams and flowcharts, because that is something that differentiates their copies from other copies. And in fact, even my experience with mentoring a lot of toppers this last year has been that even in their mock copies, they start practicing this from an early stage. Because when it's like suddenly the diagrams or the flowcharts will not come to your mind in the UPSC examination. You have to make sure that all these ideas have to be practiced in the mocks examination also. So that is one thing that I've noticed, that a lot of toppers, they start on with this particular habit early on in their mocks examination, so that by the time they're writing their final examination, they're pretty comfortable and the ideas can easily flow to them about how to get a diagram in a question, or which subject should we target for diagrams, how we can include flowcharts so that it does not create any kind of redundancy in the answers. So all these techniques I think can come only with practice. You write more answers, you get your answers checked, get mentorship over those answers, because that is very important. Unless and until you do not know what mistakes you're making and you're improving upon them, then just writing the answers is like filling up blank papers, and you don't want to do that, right? So UPSC Civil Services examination, mains examination, is going to start in January, and we are starting with our program on 24th October. That is the first full-length test that we are starting with. So before I introduce you to all the programs that are going to be part of our this year's journey, there's a small clip that you can go through about our review of all the toppers that have been associated with our mains test series, like Smash, Mains, and all these series, and how did they felt while going through these programs. So you can have a look at that video, and then we can talk about what programs we are bringing in this year.
तो बुक सोर्सेस करंट अफेयर्स में मैं सिविल्स डेली के बारे में बता रही थी। बहुत ही रिच क्वालिटी का कंटेंट आपको मिलता है। अच्छी बात यह है कि अगर आप ऐसे कोई भी टॉपिक है, सपोज इंडो अफगान, तो आप सर्च करिए इंडिया अफगान यूपीएससी सिविल्स डेली। उसमें आपको साल भर की जितनी न्यूज है वो एक के बाद एक इम्पॉर्टेंट न्यूज आपको मिल जाएगी। तो आप वहां से एक साल का करंट अफेयर्स हर टॉपिक वाइज रिवाइज कर सकते हैं। आप सिविल्स डेली को जरूर एक्सप्लोर करेगा।
Known about the initiative by from Anudeep Dhurishetty sir.
Okay.
He has made a tremendous achievement in Complete Telangana, I think. So when I just thought of civil services then in 2018 during my internship. Then when I followed sir, the thing he said was regarding current affairs. He followed the Samachar Manthan of Civils Daily.
Right.
So that was the reason that I've taken the prelims test series and mains test series also.
So I used Civils Daily actually in all the 3 stages of this examination. Prelim stage पे जो prelim bits आती थी, एक prelim निकालो series आपने निकाला था 19 में, तो वहीं से मैं Civils Daily को follow कर रहा था. Mains first mains में तो answer writing बहुत ही कम मैंने किया. इंटरव्यू स्टेज पे मैंने मॉक इंटरव्यू दिए थे, वहाँ पे मैंने काफ़ी अच्छा सपोर्ट मिला सिविल मेंस. सेकेंड बार तो जब मैंने मेंस दिया तो आपके थ्रू डायरेक्ट मैंने आंसर राइटिंग में काफ़ी हेल्प मिला, अपनी कॉपी चेक करी. तो जिस चीज़ का मैं कह रहा था सर, द आर्ट ऑफ आंसर राइटिंग, बिकॉज यू हैव टू डिस्प्ले दोस क्वालिटीज व्हिच इज रिक्वायर्ड एज अ सिविल सर्वेंट, बट इट इज़ नॉट अ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन दैट they have asked you something different, but you have to still display those points. तो वो जो आंसर राइटिंग आपने चीज़ें बताई थी कि कैसे कैसे इसको पॉइंटेड लिखो, सब टाइटल्स डालो, तो वो ओवरवेलमिंग सा लगता है, बट वो स्लोली आता है, वो इंक्रीज करना. तो वो सिविल्स डेली ने काफ़ी हेल्प करा, स्पेशली आपके आंसर राइटिंग टिप्स ने काफ़ी.
तो मैंने स्मैश एक टेस्ट सीरीज होता है सिविल्स डेली का, वो ज्वाइन किया था और उसके क्वेश्चंस को मैंने क्वेश्चन पेपर्स को लिखा था. तो उससे मुझे एक रेगुलरिटी मिला था, अपनी कंसिस्टेंट प्रिपरेशन हुआ था और उसका इवैल्यूएशन मुझे काफ़ी जल्दी मिल जाता था कि पेपर लिखा तो 2 से 3 दिन 4 दिन के अंदर रिवर्ट बैक होके मुझे मिल जाता था उसका सोल्यूशन और उसका इवैल्यूएशन और जो भी उसके नोट्स होते थे. और उसके बाद सजल सर का एक पर्सनल गाइडेंस रहता था, 10-15 मिनट्स का, वो ज़रूर 1-to-1 फीडबैक हर पेपर के साथ दिया करते थे. सो दिस वाज समथिंग विच आई फाउंड कि इसने काफ़ी मुझे हेल्प किया. एक मोटिवेशन रहता था, एक कंसिस्टेंसी रहती थी.
I used to have the conversations with Sajal sir after every mock test. I was able to see that what all improvements I have made from the previous test and what all more areas in which I have to work more to secure the brownie points, to not give loose points. So again, it was an iterative experience with Sajal sir which helped.
So guys, the first program that we are introducing this year is Mains Guidance Plus. Now this program is for those students who want a comprehensive coverage of both sectional test, full length test, mentorship and special notes that can be provided to them. So this is a very large program which includes a lot of different things. You're going to be provided with 8 sectional tests. Now they'll be divided subject wise from economics to polity to IR to security. Like these, there'll be 8 sectional tests. There'll be 12 full length tests. You can write your examination as per your schedule. Also, the flexibility of writing answers is present. Then there is also mentorship call that is available after each and every paper. So you can have a chat with your mentor, one-on-one mentorship call. It's a customized call. You can raise your doubts. You can ask for any better strategies, ask for any improvements that can be made. And I think Civils Daily is known for this particular one-on-one mentorship, which is our forte. So you must experience it. And like you've seen in the top of video, they've been talking about this particular mentorship. That is what actually helps you out, because that is how you identify what problems you're making in the mains answer writing. And lastly, we also have your quality enrichment program notes. Now these notes will actually cover some 250 topics which are currently relevant in the current affairs from last 1 year, and they are high probable areas from which questions from your mains will be made. And also what we'll make sure is that any topic that is being covered in these notes will have complete coverage, so that at least if a question comes, you can attempt a 250 marks, 250 words answer and easily write that content, right? So this is the first program that we're going to introduce, that is Mains Guidance Plus 2021. The second program that we are introducing is Mains Super 50 2021. Now, this program is targeted at those students who have a decent practice of writing mains, and they don't want to get involved right now into sectional test and directly go on to full length test. So we have 12 full length tests that is provided in this particular program. And again, that is starting from 24th. Again, flexibility of writing the papers is available. There is also one-on-one mentorship in this program. After every paper, you'll get a call that is attended by our mentors, and you can discuss any doubts you have. And finally, you'll also have a Zoom call with me in this particular program. That will be weekly, and we'll be talking about the paper that happened in the last week, what any issues, any doubts that you have with respect to that paper, what should have been your proper strategy, some of the innovative points. I can go through some of the copies and we can discuss those innovative points so that you can include them in your notes. So that is your second program that we are introducing. And finally, the last program that we are introducing is Mains Guidance Mini 2021. Now this program is actually aimed for those students who've actually already enrolled in any kind of test series up till now. So here what you can do is, even if you enrolled in any other test series, you just get us the written answers and you can get us 10 tests and we'll provide you with our mentorship on those tests, right? So it does not matter wherever you've enrolled in your test series, just give us 10 tests and we'll provide you our mentorship. Now this is basically aimed at, so that you can experience our mentorship. Like I told you, it is one of our forte here. And again, a lot of places when you go and have these mock tests, they do not provide you with mentorship. So this is like an add-on thing that any student, even if they've enrolled somewhere else, can add to their preparation for Mains 2021. So guys, these are three main programs that we are introducing. You can contact us. The links have been provided in the description box. You can also visit our website. We have a detailed description on these programs. You can purchase our product over there. And any other doubt you have, you can obviously reach to us. And that's it, guys. All the best for your mains preparation. I really wish if you're clearing out prelims this year, you excel in your mains preparation, write good answers, practice more, have the right kind of confidence, and all the best. Thank you so much.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Civils Daily.